congestion, sneezing, itchy, watery eyes, and a nose. It sounds like you have a case of seasonal allergies, but that's okay. As common as this is, there are ways to alleviate all your symptoms. And Dr. Gupta of Gupta Allergy is here to show us how to manage. Thank you so much for joining us here on Studio 10.
Good to be with you.
Awesome. So first, tell me, what is it in the environment that is causing allergy season to really kind of get under our skin?
Specifically right now, it's the tree pollen season. So we got birch pollen, ash tree, and also mold spores in the air. And if you were out driving around today, it was a little hazy. Some of that could have been because of the pollen.
That's right.
So we want to make sure that those folks who want to enjoy the holiday weekend, camping, or whatever else they like to do, can do so without struggling with their allergy symptoms.
That's right. And so, of course, like you said, allergy season, it's something that's inevitable for all of us. But Dr. Gupta, how do you recommend we start alleviating some of these symptoms? I know you've read a couple things with us here.
Yeah, absolutely. So first step is if you're doing a lot of intensive outdoor work like clearing brush or mowing the lawn, wearing a medical mask would be useful to avoid that exposure. And then after you come inside, taking a shower, changing your clothes right away can be helpful to avoid that pollen exposure from coming inside the house.
Okay.
And then the next thing that I find very useful is sinus rinsing or nasal irrigation. So I brought the most common product that I recommend to my patients. It's a NeilMed sinus rinse bottle. And basically, it's a way to flush out the nose and sinuses. Just like we wash our hands or take a shower, we need to flush out the entry point, which is the nose. And so you take distilled water, sterile saline packet, and you warm it in the microwave for a little bit. And then you lean over the sink and you flush out the nose on both sides. And it should look clear when it comes out because pollens are not easy to see. And that usually helps relieve a lot of the immediate symptoms if you can do it shortly after being outside.
Okay.
And then the next step would be an oral non-drowsy 24-hour allergy medicine.
Right.
And so the ones I recommend are Claritin, Zyrtec, or Allegra. And I want to make sure that the people know to stay away from decongestants.
Decongestions, okay.
Because decongestants have some side effects. If it's a nasal spray decongestant, then if you use it for more than a few days, your nose may become dependent on it, so we don't want that. And then if it's an oral decongestant, such as Sudafed, that can have side effects like heart racing, insomnia, and agitation. So we recommend just saving those for sinus infections and not for your routine use to manage your seasonal allergies.
That's right. You know, and I'm very glad that you mentioned that because I think when you're congested, that's probably one of the first things it is that people will reach for in their medicine cabinet. But you're recommending that that's not something that we actually go to first. Like you said, it will become too dependent on it.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
So we want to avoid side effects. So the non-drowsy allergy medicines like Zyrtec are very useful and usually don't have much side effects. And then the next step would be a nasal steroid spray. So Flonase is the most common one, Nasacort is another good one, and these do need to be used regularly. And in fact, all of these allergy medicines for an allergy sufferer should be taken on a schedule rather than waiting for symptoms to come on, because they do take time to work. So we recommend if you're somebody who knows that springtime is a bad time for you, getting on that allergy medicine early will help block those symptoms.
That's great. So being able to prepare for that in the beginning will help us get through this season as well.
Yeah.
Well, Dr. Gupta, if some of our viewers right now have a little bit more, I don't want to say mild, but have a little bit more intense symptoms during allergy season, and they do want to work a little bit more one-on-one with you, how can they go about doing that?
They can go to our website at guptaallergy.com to learn more about allergies and allergy testing.
All right, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Gupta, for just giving us a few tips on how to manage this allergy season. Like you said, upcoming this weekend, we don't want anything to get in the way of Memorial Day weekend. So thank you so much. Now it's time to check in with Justin, who's out there.